When I conducted my doctoral research between 2008 and 2010, I found that autonomy was the strongest single factor that companies and leaders control that would positively affect employee creativity and therefore company innovation. The opposite, bureaucracy, was found to be the strongest single factor within the company and leaders' control that would negatively affect those. In fact, the logo of the Innovation Culture Institute is made of two circles, one that contains autonomy and one that contains bureaucracy. You see, my belief is that if a leader gives autonomy, employees will respond by demonstrating accountability and take risks. And if the leader imposes bureaucracy, employees will respond by demonstrating CYA behavior. And I hope I don't need to spell it out for you. It was easy to put the blame on leaders who do not offer their employees autonomy. But as a leader, would you offer autonomy to just about every employee? Let me put this in the form of another question. What would make you, the leader, feel comfortable enough to give your employees the autonomy they so desperately need to take risks and be creative? The answer is simple: trust. A leader needs to trust employees in order to give them autonomy. If a leader doesn't trust the employees, there is no way he or she would give them autonomy. They would give them policies and bureaucracy instead. Can you force a leader to trust employees? No, you cannot. But in comes another finding from a much later study I conducted. I didn't expect to find this finding, but I did, and it explains a lot. This study started by asking participants what was the most important quality for them in other people. Specifically, their peers, their boss, their employees reporting to them, salespeople trying to sell them something, government representatives, and their spouses. After the initial study, I narrowed down the list of qualities to 5. Willingness to work hard, willingness to take risks, trustworthiness, intelligence, and good looks. Thankfully, good looks came in last, with only 0.85% of the responses. I would think that even that was alarmingly high, but that's not the point. Can you guess what was the most important quality across all 6 types of people with 351 responses? You guessed it. Trustworthiness. And if you didn't guess it, it's trustworthiness. Trustworthiness was the most important quality in 60.7% of the responses across all 6 types of relationships. The other 4 qualities combined had a total of 39.3%. So far, so good, no surprises. However, when I broke down the results by the type of people, I found a surprising and even alarming result. In 5 of the 6 types of people, trustworthiness was ranked as the most important quality in this type of people. In 1 of them, it did not. Can you guess which one? I bet you can't. Employees. When I asked study participants what, as leaders, was the most important quality for them in their employees, trustworthiness was not the top one. The top one was the willingness to work hard, with 47.5% of the results. Trustworthiness came in second with 38.9%. This immediately reminded me of a quote by Henry Ford. Why is it that every time I ask for a pair of hands, they come with a brain attached? I was shocked. It is 2018 and leaders still think that way. I guess that now you know how this latest study of mine correlates to autonomy. Leaders are not looking for their employees to be trustworthy. First and foremost, they want the employees to be willing to work hard. And if they are not looking for their employees to be trustworthy, they obviously don't care about trusting those employees. If they don't trust employees, they will not give them autonomy. Instead, leaders prefer to burden their employees with processes, policies, and bureaucracy. Therefore, they shouldn't be surprised that instead of accountability and risk-taking, the employees demonstrate CYA and risk avoidance behaviors. And when employees don't get autonomy, they're less creative. And without creativity, there could be no company innovation. So what can you do about it? Go to www.innovationcultureinstitute.com and find out.